Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video. My name is James.
Ninetailedbrush.
And today we are going to be reacting to the Clone Wars Season 2, Episode 12, 13, and 14. So, Mandalore plot, the Voyage of Temp, and the Duchess of Mandalore. I don't want to say anything about it. I'm really excited about this arc. It's a really popular arc. Ninetailedbrush has not seen any of Clone Wars, including this arc. So yeah, for those of you guys who are new to our Clone Wars reactions, the way we do it is we do one arc as an entire video. We do like a little pause between episodes, and then we continue on. And as always, if you want to watch the full length of any of these reactions, you can go check out our Patreon. If you want to watch next week's reaction, you can go check that out as well. I have an episode list in the description that we're following of Clone Wars. And yeah, I've been enjoying this reaction so far. I'm very excited for this arc. Season 2 are getting into some really cool shit that I remember and I'm just excited about. So I'm excited to watch this with you. And yeah, let's get into it.
So I know like Jango Fett and Boba Fett, they like wear the Mandalorian armor.
They weren't Mandalorians, and then they just made them Mandalorians in new content, so they're officially Mandalorians.
Oh, they are officially
they
Mandalorians?
Are, yes.
Oh, okay. I'm interested to see.
They're my favorite characters in all of Star Wars, hands down. I get a little Obi-Wan. I feel like we've been lacking in Obi-Wan time recently, too.
Yeah.
You know, like it's been a lot about Anakin and Ahsoka, and then, you know, other people.
Yeah, I do like Obi-Wan. He is a very cool
This is a sick city,
Jedi,
like
yeah.
under the dome.
General Kenobi. Thank you for meeting with me, Prime Minister Almec. Mandalore would never turn against the Republic. The Duchess Satine values peace more than her own life. Oh, I'm aware of the Duchess's views. Master Kenobi, Mandalore's violent...
Well, Master Kenobi, my shining Jedi Knight, to the rescue once again.
Oh, these guys have some history.
A little bit.
Years, you're even more beautiful than ever.
And your investigation was ordered because the Senate is eager to intervene in our affairs.
My investigation was ordered by the Jedi Council.
I stand corrected. General Kenobi, perhaps you'd like to join me on a walk through the city.
I don't trust.
You don't trust her?
No. I don't trust the two guys.
The other two guys, yeah.
Despite these circumstances.
Your peaceful ways have paid off. Mandalore has prospered since the last time I was here.
Not everyone on Mandalore believes that our commitment to peace is a sign of progress. There is a group that calls itself Death Watch. I imagine these are the renegades you're looking for. It has been an ongoing investigation.
How widespread is this Death Watch movement?
It's hardly a movement. It's
Can
a
I
small
pause it?
group of
Yeah.
hooligans.
So the way she was saying it in the beginning, like in the throne room, right? She was like, I trust my citizens, or they're as trustworthy as I am, right?
Yeah.
But like then she takes the conversation outside and is saying that there's a group called Death Watch.
Yeah.
Like, wait, hold on a second. You were literally saying a few seconds ago that, like, you know, everyone's trustworthy. So why, you know, I don't understand.
Well, some shit's going
why.
on, right? And clearly it's weird, right? Because what we know of Mandalore, outside of what we're going to see here, is that they're kind of like Vikings.
Huh.
Right? So then it's like, or Spartans, whatever you want to, you know. So then it's like, oh, they have
You're
a
all peaceful
peace
now.
strain? Like, the fuck does that mean? So there's going to be some internal disagreement, right? I mean,
definitely. Like, that's why when she was saying stuff like, hey, you know, you can trust every one of our, you know, whatever planet.
Yeah,
or
clearly
whatever
something's going on, and
that's
she's
weird.
She's
like,
confiding in Obi-Wan.
yeah, because the way she said, like, oh, let's take a walk, and Obi-Wan was, like, looking at her like, like, okay, this is, like, more than what
there's
it is.
more shit going on.
Yeah, and of course they zoomed in on the other.
But also, is she lying about stuff too, right? Because she
Could
was
be.
like, it's a small movement, and he's like, what do you mean it's a small? Are you sure? Like,
I mean,
so
listen.
how honest is she being about how big Death Watch is, right?
I also feel like Death Watch being their name and that they're made up of probably what, you know, I don't know who that was that, you know, killed himself.
He's wearing traditional Mandalorian armor.
I mean, I don't think, even if they are a small group, like, they're still a big threat. Like, these guys, like, you know.
Yeah, we did. We did a Boba Fett fan film, so I did like hours of research on Mandalore.
You promised to support the Death Watch forces so we could overthrow the Duchess Satine and her weak, peace-loving government.
Okay.
And I intend to keep my promise. But how? people will be surrounded by a magical presence. Most distasteful. They will rebel.
Always playing these political games, dude.
A peacekeeper belongs on the front lines of conflict. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to do his job.
The work of a peacekeeper is to make sure that conflict does not arise to convenience.
Ooh.
Well, you are right.
Freaking terrorist bombing? What's going on?
Hooligans couldn't have arranged an attack of this. Are you sure of that?
Yeah.
This is a political statement against your government. And against you. You're not safe here. Nobody leaves this scene.
Oh, no.
Oh, great.
You're looking
well,
real sus.
there's your suspect.
He might have some way of killing himself.
Possibly.
Because if he is a Mandalorian... Ooh. He's gonna kill himself.
Clone Wars, the kids show.
He was speaking in the dialect they use on Concordia, our moon.
I should like to visit this moon of yours.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm curious to know what he said and what she responded.
Yeah, because she said something similar to what he said back to her. I think it's always interesting seeing these, like, interplanetary system politics, too.
Duchess Satine, you are most welcome.
Thank you, Governor Vizsla. May I present Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, representing the Jedi Council. Governor Vizsla is one of the officials I spoke of.
Yes, he was apparently part of Death Watch. A worrisome prospect. If you'll pardon me, General, we must attend to the body. I'd like to see one of these mining facilities for myself.
You mean you want to determine if they're still operational?
I hope to determine they're not.
But if they are...
So that we can stay in contact, in case you run into trouble while I'm gone.
Oh no, this is gonna end well. Shoot.
Forgive me, Duchess. I'm writing
This guy's looking the most sus. Look at him.
to retrieve his body.
He said he needed to meditate.
Hey, actually, that wasn't that bad.
What other people think the Jedi do.
Yeah.
You gotta be stealthy, though, Obi-Wan.
Hey, that machinery looks pretty clean, guys.
Doesn't look abandoned.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
Great.
Duchess Satine.
I don't think that's gonna help here.
Great.
Oh.
Holy. Great.
They could not engineer all this. The problem has clearly grown much larger than we thought. And I suspect some external force helped it along.
You lead the Council of Neutral Systems. Thus you threaten the Separatist goals.
Yeah, I mean, you wanna polarize everything as much as humanly possible.
I'm worried he did something to that drink.
Oh, you think?
Hopefully not.
He drank out of it, though.
It's true, but you could always use the glass. The lip of the glass. I mean...
I think it's a cool sign of, like, how strong the Mandalorians are. That they, like, we've seen Obi-Wan fight, and he kicks butt. It's like, dude, Mandalorians are strong. And they were trained to fight Jedi.
May I offer you another drink?
Yes, certainly.
I'm in a bit of an awkward spot. I'm being held by the Death Watch.
Perhaps we should begin dinner without General Kenobi.
There's a tracking function on your comlink. Follow it due east to my location.
You gotta be a little bit less, like, out in the open, bro.
Really urgent. Take a speeder. It's rough terrain.
Oh, I'll find my way. Never fear.
That was actually so smooth by Duchess Satine.
Pretty damn confident herself.
Like, what the heck, Kenobi? Like, come on. You can't just, like...
I love the design of Concordia and Mandalore.
This is not good.
No.
There's some kind of disturbance at the entrance. Let's check it out.
Oh, nice play.
Let's see. One of these.
Oh no.
Just start pressing buttons. Just press them.
I'm trying.
Oh! Oh my gosh!
Release him somehow.
It's still gonna drop him.
Hey, we didn't release him yet. Oh, can he somehow?
No, but it's gonna drop him into the thing. Oh!
Nice.
Pleasure in the injuries of others.
I like Satine. These are my favorite characters, dude.
You seem troubled that I could have been killed back there. Changed much.
Oh, snap. Nice.
Not the way we...
Yo,
It's the Jedi.
Oh,
there's
fuck.
tons.
Face just snapped.
Oh. Oh, dang.
Oh.
Evacuate?
Well, they found their location, right?
Frickin'.
For generations, my ancestors
Oh,
You called it from the
gosh.
get-go.
against the Jedi. Now, that woman tarnishes the very name Mandalorian. This lightsaber was stolen from your Jedi temple by my ancestors during the fall of the Old Republic to join them.
The heck? It's like a black lightsaber.
I love the sound design. Doesn't stand a chance against the
Oh,
Force.
snap.
Ooh!
Dude, my man took him in the air without the lightsaber. Great.
Ooh.
I suppose
Great.
we're even
So
now.
shit's going down.
How so?
It's basically
Your life, you say
a war
mine.
between like countries almost.
Oh,
Yeah, it's an insurgency, like they said.
rescues? But if previously fled, we have no way of learning how widespread Death Watch really is. It's obvious the Separatists are supporting the Death Watch.
I thought you, of all people, would understand my position on this
No, you
matter.
can't.
I will never be a part of this war.
You already are.
Yeah, I feel like you can't. You don't have that decision to make. To be honest,
Not anymore.
General?
So, obviously we have another few episodes to go into, but initial thoughts, questions.
I think I'm gonna love this arc because of the Mandalorians,
The Mandalorians.
themselves. Like, they look
I've
cool.
always loved the Mandalorians. We worked on a short film together on it, so you do a little bit of research, like the blaster. I don't know
yeah.
if you recognize the noise.
Yeah.
But it's not it's not the same ones that Django had. It's the
No.
generation
Yeah,
after.
because it doesn't.
So that's
look
why
like
the
that
sound
long
design
one.
sounds a little bit similar to the West R34, but it's the West R35. Like just different shit like that. It's so cool. You get to see the jetpacks and the different. I
Yeah.
love seeing Mandalorians go up against Jedi. The idea of the lore behind them being like Jedi hunters, and so everything that they have in their traditional Mandalorian armor is designed to fight Jedi. It's just
That's
it's cool.
cool.
I fucking love.
I do
all of
like
that.
also Duchess Satine. She's a really cool character.
I think she's a really cool character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting to see her dynamic with Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And they kind of have a little bit of a similar sarcasm, which I think is interesting.
Yeah.
And I like, she's like really, like it's cool. She's a badass female character. Like, I like
Oh,
her. She
yeah,
does stuff in her
100%.
own right. You know, however pro-peace she may be, she's not like a hippie where it's like, well, I've never fought a war, but...
Yeah, I mean, she does take actions in order to,
Yes.
you know...
Which I respect. It's like, look, you can have these beliefs, but it's like she understands that you need to take action at times as well.
Although, I mean, from what she says, like, even though her actions may be a little bit different, like, she says stuff that I feel like, what do you call it?
Contradict
her
actual actions. A little bit. I think the biggest thing about her and the Separatists doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. It's like, look, You don't know for sure that the Separatists are or aren't involved, but you cannot take that risk. You can't. Like, you can't just pretend that this is an interpersonal matter anymore. Like, you had the governor of your side moon was the leader of this organization. Like, you can't pretend this is an interplanetary matter anymore. And so I feel like it's totally okay for the Republic to get involved.
Yeah, and I also feel that, like, her take on peace, which is, you know, I feel like it's understandable. I get it, you know, not wanting to be involved and stuff like that. But at this point, like, you're pretty, I mean, like, you can't really avoid it in this case. Like,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I feel like you do really have to... Like, I understand she doesn't want to take, you know, sides with the Republic and things like that, but... I mean, can she deal with this on her own, even?
I don't know. It's interesting hearing her take on the peacefulness, or the quote-unquote peacefulness of the Jedi as well. I do think that's interesting. Where it's like, you know, because that's always... It's the recurring theme that we always talk about. Is like where the Jedi is right, where the Jedi is wrong. It's one of the biggest things that I think this show does between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, right? Because clearly the Jedi were in the wrong in Revenge of the Sith to a certain degree. And so I think it is interesting hearing her kind of criticize, like, their take on peace.
Yeah, like Obi-Wan saying that, you know, if you want to be a peacekeeper, you got to be on the front lines.
It's like, I don't know.
It's like, interesting.
I do think she's right where it's like you should prevent the conflict, but then at the same time... That's nice, that's cute, but it's like, if there's conflict, what do you fucking do? Do you get in the front, or do you let it happen? So I think it's always interesting. I like that Clone Wars goes with that. But yeah, we're going to jump in the next episode, so obviously, yeah, join us. Countdown.
Oh, right.
So hopefully we get to see... Oh, oops. That was the other cool thing I liked about the last episode, is that we get to see a lot of Obi-Wan and maybe a little bit of hint of him and Satine and just like...
Yeah, also their history. Like, they apparently have some sort of, like, history or something.
Well, he...
All secure here. Just move on to the next sector.
Wait, I'm sorry, I missed it. What are they... Where are they going right now? To the Senate?
So she's making a plea to the Senate because she doesn't want them to get involved.
But what is this ship, like... Oh. It's just a ship?
Yeah. It's her ship, and they're her escort, right? That's why they showed up at the end of the last episode.
Okay.
They say the moment we committed to fighting, we are thousands of worlds that have urged me to allow them to stay neutral in this war.
And yet
that's understandable.
The strongest defense is a swift and decisive offense.
Well, of course, either side is going to want you to join their side in the war.
Yeah.
You are quite the general. Senators, I presume you're acquainted with the collection of half-truths and hyperbole known as Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're right, I am.
We are protectors, Highness. Yours at the moment. We fight for peace.
What an amusing contradiction.
What Master Skywalker mean?
I do not remember you as one to hide behind excuses.
I do not remember you as one to shrink from responsibilities.
She's getting a little personal.
Seldom we all...
The thing about it, whether you like it or not, they're coming for her, so...
Yeah. See, these guys are the 501st with the blue?
Yeah.
This is actually one of our first times with the 5... Oh, fuck. With the 501st.
What is that? It's like a... Those crab droid things.
Or the spy droids from Empire.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, R2.
Holy.
Come on, dude. Bad sign.
Come on, man. That's a crazy looking droid. I like that.
Isn't it cool?
They sent bounty hunters after us. We were always on the run, living hand to mouth. Never sure what the next day would bring. Sounds romantic.
Hey, it does. Like, Obi-Wan, you can't deny that. Come on.
A civil war killed most of Satine's people, hence her aversion to violence. When she returned, she took on the difficult task of rebuilding her world alone. You didn't stay to help her. That would have been problematic. My duty as a Jedi demanded I be elsewhere. I live by the Jedi Code. Of course. As Master Yoda says, a Jedi must not form attachments. Yes. but he usually leaves out the undercurrent of remorse.
I really like that moment and that idea because I think that when you watch just the prequel trilogy especially, because that's where they really focus on it, the idea of like, okay, the Jedi are celibate, you're like, dude, that's like crazy, right? And then you see all these Jedi and they're totally fine with it, and you kind of feel bad because you're like, Anakin, it's like, oh, it's understandable, it's human, it's the thing we all go through, right? But I think that's such a cool moment where it's like, no, it's not a thing that just Anakin goes through.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone goes through it, but they understand, and they fucking, like he gives that up. Like, they clearly have a thing, and they have a clique, and they have chemistry, and it's like, Obi-Wan understands that it's like, look, it's my duty to be a Jedi first, and I move on.
Yeah,
as tough as it is.
It's crazy to think about, and it's... Yeah, I feel like they don't give the other Jedi enough credit for that, because, like, if you think about it, all the other Jedi are... And I want to say human, too, as in, like, you know...
Yes. I go...
But they're not all human, so it's like, you know, but they're all mortal...
I get what you're saying.
They're all mortal beings, and
yes.
so it's like, everyone has their, you know, desires, their temptations, whatever.
Their weaknesses, whatever, yeah.
They all got their stuff, and it's like they had to fight through this stuff, and so that's why
it takes sacrifice to be a Jedi.
Yeah, even I totally forget about that sometimes. Like, yeah, the Jedi are actually they're pretty crazy, man. That's awesome, you know, and it's cool to see that, and that's why sometimes I think, like, you know, was Anakin meant to be a Jedi? Like, I'm not sure, like.
I don't know. Like I said, I always think that the thing with... There's a lot of questions about... Like, I think he was. I just think he had the wrong teacher. I really think... Cause, like, if you see how he interacts with Qui-Gon in Phantom Menace, they're so perfect.
Which sucks.
And even Qui-Gon in Phantom Menace was like, I don't trust the Council on this shit. Like, he's a really strong Jedi, but he wasn't on the Council. Why? Because he had some doubts of the Council. He didn't always trust the Council. And it's because he saw some of maybe perhaps the problems with what was happening in the Order.
Yeah, it just kind of sucks.
Because, I mean, Qui-Gon is, like, the ideal Jedi, like, meditating before he fights Darth Maul and shit like that. It's like, dude, that's, like, Jedi to the max.
But it's like, you can't... Yeah, it sucks because then we're in a dilemma where it's like, you can't really blame anyone, you know?
No.
It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, Obi-Wan is a good Jedi, and he might be a good teacher, but not to Anakin. He wasn't the best, and I feel like Anakin needed the best, right? Because of how much potential he has and how much connection he has to, you know, the world, I guess, you know, and it's
which is then now I think there's the question of like, well, how does that play with Ahsoka?
It's true.
Immediately, right? Because we don't know what's ever going to happen with Qui-Gon. He's dead. It's never going to be changed. But we do have somebody who is alive.
That is true. That is true.
Who definitely wouldn't work with Obi-Wan. Is Anakin the right teacher for Ahsoka?
I gotta focus on this plot. I'm going deep with the Ahsoka
just something to keep in mind watching Clone Wars.
I respectfully ask you to wait here until it is 7.
That's cool. They have the window to the light speed. That's so sick.
That is awesome.
Looks like the contents of this box are missing.
But why was there a droid like that in like the freaking cargo? Like, what?
That's not good. Keep things quiet. I'll stay with the senators.
Good move.
What's up? Did you find something? Red-Eye, where have you been? You've had us all worried.
No.
That's totally not him.
Red-Eye?
Holy, that's creepy.
I love this droid.
Oh, nice.
Oh, somebody tell me the comments what the name of these droids are. I totally forget, but they're super cool.
And they like spiders, so I'd say spider droids, but
like...
we
already seen the spider droids.
Yeah. There's another one! Oh no, it's escaping! Guys! Look how fast it is! What? Dude!
Oh! Can these guards do anything?
God dang it!
Obi-Wan? Shit! It hatches like... Oh!
Like mini droids.
Let's go, or two.
Oh, dang! AoE!
How did that monster end up in the hold? The question is, Who smuggled him on board?
Yeah, you gotta talk to all your senator people.
Just like that swarm of...
Like, there's...
Begging your pardon,
I don't think so.
I distinctly remember carrying you to safety.
I meant the scar I got after you fell.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to find out. You're in charge of the cargo manifest, right?
Was it a droid?
Yes. I have it right here. Well, where did they come from?
No, sir. Just the Senate stamp. Always accepted for transport here.
Then it's a senator.
Well, it could always be Palpatine, right?
Oh, could it?
Return to the hull of the ship. Destroy the last assassin droids. I'll find out which of the senators is the traitor.
What is the, that one species?
The Twi'lek?
Twi'lek.
Yeah.
I don't think it's him, right? Because
we've seen him in other stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be the guy with the, like...
But he was one of the helpers of Palpatine, remember? In Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Then it could be him.
My theory is our little friend will attack the Duchess and anyone who defends her. Anyone, that is.
Oh.
Except the traitor.
Smart. Oh, it's got to be freaking... Since it's trying to attack him, it's got to be what's his name with the freaking...
Well, I assure our pacifist Duchess
this dude.
all is under control.
What?
This dude right here. This guy... He looks like freaking... what's his name from Harry Potter? Professor...
Squirrel?
Yeah, he does, dude. Prince?
You're quite clever.
Oh, snap.
Oh. Thing's so damn small. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, crap.
Good. Rex, have you found anything?
All quiet over here, sir.
They're so small. It's like impossible.
Wait a minute.
Dang it.
Shit.
Nice.
Thanks.
Oh, snap.
Let's go.
Sick.
And that's why Rex and Anakin are a team.
They're awesome.
Monster! You're a horrid monster!
Get used to it.
Great.
This may not be the time to ask. But were you and Satine ever see how that has any bearing on the situation?
Anakin, what? Anakin's
You gotta
so
love
caught up in
Anakin.
this. He's like, he's been thinking about it the entire time. He's like,
I'll take care of this, Obi-Wan. You go find your girlfriend. Right. No, Anakin, she's not like that.
just give him, trying to correct him, Obi-Wan. Come on. It's Anakin.
From the moment you came to my aid all those years ago.
I don't believe this.
Satine, this is hardly the time or place for... Had you said the word, I would have left the Jedi Order.
That is touching. Truly it is.
Really?
It's sick, and we really must be going. Interesting turnabout. But even if I do not deliver the Duchess alive to the Separatists, I still win. The second I'm away, I'll hit the remote and blow the coronet to bits. And you, Kenobi, you are no stranger to violence. You'll be hailed as a hero by everyone on this ship. Almost everyone.
Oh, fuck.
First and brand themselves a cold-blooded killer.
Anakin, that was awesome.
What? You're gonna blow up the ship.
Dude, I freaking love Anakin.
And I know that's played off as like a light moment, but like...
Very good, Cody.
It's not a light moment. It's like
To the business of diplomacy.
it's
fucking
so
love
deep.
this
Actually,
arc.
I want to talk about this
Yes.
after.
Alright, so Coruscant, hopefully, is like a little protected against...
I mean, I can't even. I'm not trusting anyone anymore.
How ironic to meet again, only to find we're on opposing sides.
The needs of your people are all that matter. They couldn't be in better hands with you to guide their future.
Kind words indeed from a mindful and committed Jedi. A handsome face.
What?
Wow.
What was that all about?
Dude, that was such a good episode. What?
One where this is why this arc is one of the most popular arcs ever.
Dude, I'm loving this arc.
I think that was that moment with Anakin where the Merrick is like, you know, even if you kill me, you won't be a Jedi. You'll brand yourself a cold-blooded killer. And like in answer to that, Anakin's like,
dude, it literally, I feel like that short little exchange sums up like almost the entire like dilemma of like the Jedi peacekeeping and things like that,
yes.
right? And even like on a personal level between Obi-Wan and Anakin,
yes.
right?
And
and
isn't
how
that
they go
so
to
well
things.
done?
Yes,
and the fact that Obi-Wan, even in a weird way, this is really delving into it, but fuck it, dude. This is why I love Star Wars. The fact that Obi-Wan doesn't reprimand Anakin more. Like,
yeah,
like Anakin, and
dude,
Anakin's
yes,
like,
I was literally thinking that. It's like, dude,
it's like, dude, that's a big deal.
Yes, it like shows like everything about them. It's like,
yes,
the peacekeeping of like, okay, yes, we want, you know, the idealistic side of it. It's like, yes, we want peace. We don't want any violence amongst nobody, even if you're, you know, have different ideals.
Yeah.
But then it's like, what if the war comes to you and you are faced with the decision to save the innocent, you know, but having to give up your own innocence, you know, quote unquote. And it's like, and then, she is faced with that decision of like, okay, do I get rid of my innocence to save the majority, right? Or do I sacrifice the people that I care about in order to preserve my own innocence, right?
And then you have Obi-Wan like, considering both options.
Yes, and Obi-Wan's like,
because he's like the peacekeeper. He's like, all right, I take both sides. And then Anakin, like, which the last arc, the Brain Invaders arc, yes. I feel like his philosophy was revealed of like, I will do whatever has to be done.
Yes,
and he comes in and is like, look, easy choice.
Like, it
There's
doesn't feel,
I need to do what has to be done.
It doesn't feel Jedi-like, but it feels like, well, I want to say human.
It's a slippery slope. That's what I love, because it's like, I completely agree with Anakin right here. Totally go for it. But you do that enough times and you get fucking Darth Vader.
Yeah, it's that balance again.
Right? It's so cool, though. I mean, of course, it's the fucking Star Wars. I mean, of course it's balanced.
Yeah.
Isn't that so
cool? It's like, it's cool because the way that they did it was so, it was fast and it was simple, but it was in a way super deep.
And there's that little hint of the Darth Vader theme again. Yes. It comes in for a second and it's like, oh no, victory.
Dude, like, that's so awesome. And it was so unexpected too. I was like, what are we gonna do? Is Satine gonna like
I remember that moment so well. It's a fucking cool, one of the coolest moments in all of Clone Wars history, especially because the episode isn't about Anakin, so you're not even thinking about Anakin, because it's all been about Obi-Wan and Duchess Satine, and then he fucking comes like, it's so cool. That's such a sick moment. Those droids were so sick. That's a
everything.
This whole arc, isn't it? And I love Mandalore, so I like seeing this kind of involvement, and it's a really big development for Obi-Wan and his character, and even finishing that character arc that we were talking about in the middle, which is like him being like, if you had said, I would have gone with you. But what's also what I think makes Satine a perfect character is the fact that she didn't, and you can assume that she might have known that, but she's like, you're a Jedi, and I'm not going to like, if I truly love you, and I'm not going to be selfish. I'm not gonna be like, stay with me and leave the Jedi Order. She's gonna let him go.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, like this is a kid's show. They did that in 20 minutes. What the fuck?
Dude.
This is genius.
Dude, it makes me love, like, the Jedi, like, sort of philosophy and how much they had to sacrifice.
Yes.
So much more. It's like...
And it makes me like Duchess Satine.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Much. Dude, I respect her so much.
I respect both of them so much. It's insane. Like... The fact that even Duchess Satine realized her own responsibilities as well as Obi-Wan's responsibilities.
Yeah, and it's cool seeing like the little interaction with Anakin, because a lot of times it's like Obi-Wan reprimanding. It was cool seeing like them have a little chemistry in this episode. Like,
it feels
Anakin
good.
giving him a little bit of shit for it. Like, that's funny.
It does feel good. It always makes me sad because I know in the end, like that fight on Mustafar. Oh gosh, dude.
It's just getting worse and worse, right?
It gets worse and worse. And if they do recreate it, like in the Clone Wars, I don't exactly know where the Clone Wars stops, but if they like recreate it, oh my gosh, dude, I'm gonna be so sad. Like, I'm gonna be cheering up the entire time.
Wait till you see later. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna go. Let's jump to the third episode here. It's the third arc.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
I don't.
Dr. Satine struggles to protect her people against the escalating violence.
They were going to the Senate, right?
They were.
Now, I don't know if they're still going, though, is my only question. Yeah, she is, okay.
They did arrive there.
First, send a Death Watch assassin to Coruscant. The Duchess of Mandalore must die.
This is one of her soldiers.
Somebody.
Well, at least the armor.
Yeah.
So he's gonna report back.
Hopefully, but she's not there.
Yeah, he's got to report to that other dude,
Yeah.
right? The problem is, I forgot his name, but the Professor Quirrell dude, like with the turban thing, he was a traitor.
Yeah.
The eyes of the people. But how can we stop the Republic from coming here? Our fate now lies in the hands of Duchess Satine.
Okay.
I actually really like the way they play like some people complain about the Clone Wars being too political. I like the way the politics play into it.
Well, I feel like it's just such a big.
It's a huge part of it. Yeah.
We will resolve this without conflict. If the Republic gets involved in our affairs, it will only lead to further violence.
What does the Chancellor gain from that, though?
More control, maybe.
He wins either way, though, right?
Death Watch is far stronger than we once thought. If we're to combat them effectively, we must have Republic assistance.
True. It's not true.
Satine will ultimately cause our...
So is he working with the Separatists?
No mistake. Republic intervention is absolutely necessary. The vote shall commence in the next session. Duchess.
The problem is,
Satine.
so they don't know that the Separatists are working with the other Mandalorians.
No.
I just heard what happened.
So I'm assuming that those droids were not Separatist droids.
No, they were.
Are we not?
The ones on the ship?
Friends and
Oh, yeah, I think so. But they don't know.
I don't think you should make any decisions in this state of mind.
this state of mind. And what state of mind would that be precisely?
What I'm saying is, any person would be hysterical by now, but...
Hysterical? The Republic
Oh my
is
gosh.
to force its will upon innocent people. Wielding his lightsaber with deadly force as if on a crusade. Why should I listen to someone who so frequently relies on violence? In my opinion, you're the one who's foolhardy.
The problem is the people that she trusted.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's the assassin. The people that she said that she could trust were traitors.
Yeah.
What's happening?
The navigation system.
So I mean, it's hard to trust her a little bit. Holy.
Oh. Good on that guy, man.
Yeah.
He's freaking saved her life.
What do you mean no charges are to be filed? None at all. No, wait, I didn't...
You can't keep them reined in, obviously. So we will.
This is patently offensive. You can't do this.
Unfortunately, it's up to the Senate now. I'm sure they'll make a reasoned and thoughtful decision.
And the problem is, I can't blame any of them. Like, it's obvious. Like, I mean, Death Watch has been doing stuff.
Yes, but I feel like the reason Palpatine's doing it and his
No,
helper are doing it
obviously.
is for power.
I don't know, obviously, but it's too.
What is it?
The Senate completed its vote. They've decided in favor of occupation.
When did this happen? The vote was supposed to be tomorrow.
Maybe
It was
they
during your meeting with the Chancellor.
Oh shit.
accelerated it. Yeah. But this goes along with what the Separatists want,
Yeah, of course.
which is like, but it's hard to. Oh, this guy's still at it.
There's a little hint at there's lore behind Coruscant of like there's just levels and levels and levels, and like the deeper it gets, the sketchier it gets, and it's so cool.
It was not easy to fight, believe me.
Just
He's gone.
what if he kills her?
Yeah.
Someone faked the evidence.
Run.
Go, run.
Run. Oh, great.
I didn't kill him.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, because she had the gun, and that's why they said. Figure out what... I don't know, like, if lasers have, like, signatures, right? Like,
I don't think so.
Okay. So it could be Eddie laser? Oh, gosh.
Yeah, somebody answer that in the comments. Are there, like, forensics for... There has to be.
Yeah, but is there, like, a signature for different
Or at least
guns?
you could see the different, like, size of the lasers or something,
That's what I
right?
mean, yeah. The problem is the Separatists are helping the Mandalorians.
Yeah.
And so, like, I feel like the Duchess is gonna need the Republic's help regardless. Like,
yeah.
because the war has already found them.
The Death Watch will be considered heroes.
Excellent. The Republic Occupation Force is loading their ships and will arrive on time if the Duchess Satine does not get in the way.
So basically,
So the idea is to get Death Watch in control because they have Death Watch's ear.
yeah, they want Death Watch
To
take
control.
over the planet
Yeah.
and the people to be on Death Watch's side,
Yeah.
basically.
You're all right, Liz. Well, it's a relief. You should turn yourself in. But the Republic guards are hunting you, which means
Whoever doctored this recording is likely in the government itself.
if you set foot inside the Senate, they'll take you.
And the disc will be destroyed before anyone can see it.
I mean, you knew Padme was going to come into it. It's political. They just look so sus. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Won't. I'm going to surrender to them.
What?
Yeah, but
You
then you...
need a distraction to enter the Senate freely. I can't risk them searching you just because you
It's
and
dangerous,
I are
though.
associates.
I'm a Jedi.
Holy.
Come on, you've fought Mandalorians before.
Nice.
Oh.
At least he got the sniper rifle. The problem is this helps the
Any
argument
sort of
against
attack.
her
Yeah.
because it proves that she doesn't really have control of what's happening, you know? It's like
Yeah.
I believe you were looking for me.
They're dumber than droids.
If there are no objections,
Supreme Chancellor, there has been a development in the case for Mandalore's neutrality.
the chair recognizes the senator from Naboo.
Death Watch is far stronger than we once thought, but we have been training for this. We can stop them, but if we're to combat them effectively, we must have the temerity to stand strong in the name of peace. To that is not out of pride, but for safety. Intervention
That's true, though.
will inflame the opposition, and this is why our government rejects the help of the Jedi.
the problem is this is all to avoid being targeted by the Separatists
Yeah.
to begin with, right? But they're already being targeted, right?
Partly, but they can still stay neutral.
Without the backing of my forces or your people, your revolution will be over before it begins.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, so see, they're
I
not
see.
strong enough to really do anything without the people siding with them. If she has the people on her side, that's why it was such a big deal for the Republic to come in. Because if she has the people on her side, Death Watch won't. It's an insurgence, but it won't be a revolution.
But the thing is, like, regardless of whether or not, you know, Death Watch, people, whoever side they're on, the Separatists want to take control, basically.
Yeah, but the neutral systems will come to defense, right? Because everybody wants to stay neutral. So
That is
if
true.
somebody attacks the neutral systems, the head of the neutral system will have defense from the other neutral systems.
Okay, and then...
Just
Can
like
the
any
Separatists,
neutral party in a war.
Can the Separatists attack? I'm just thinking, like,
They
how
can.
strong... How
There's
strong
no-
are the neutral systems compared to, like, the Separatists overall and stuff, you know?
I mean, I guess if the Separatists wanted to launch a full-fledged attack, they probably could.
Are they not attacking them because they don't have that Republic alignment, basically?
Yeah, I think so. And they wanted like the reason the Separatists were interested at all, like, I don't think the Separatist Party is interested. I think Palpatine is interested in having Death Watch and essentially control over Mandalore with all of the people agreeing with it. I don't think he cares whether it's under Separatist rule or not. He was just using the Separatists for his own schemes to gain access to the government, essentially, of Mandalore.
Yeah. I mean,
so if the Separatists took control, it would just be enemy occupation. Right? Whereas if they did their evil plan, it would be like they own the planet and everybody agrees with it and they're okay with it.
Yeah, okay.
Which is stronger control.
But the reasons why, I mean, Previous Lord basically wants to take control of the planet. In order to do so, he does need the help of the Separatists.
But the only reason the Separatists were helping him is because
they want him to side with the Separatists, basically, afterwards.
No, they just want control of Mandalore.
But, I mean, the Separatists do?
No, Sidious does. He doesn't give a shit about the Separatists. That's why I'm saying the Separatists, separate of Sidious, I don't think would attack Mandalore at all. Because they don't care. But Sidious wants control of Mandalore, for some reason.
Oh, okay.
I think. I mean, look, if you guys want to clear it up.
The occupation of Mandalore is no longer necessary.
The person to thank is Duchess Satine. She found the proof.
I require no thanks.
Allow me to offer a most sincere apology on behalf of the entire Republic. You are a most loyal servant.
But for you, this wouldn't have happened.
No, it was your unshakable faith in your people and your determination that brought about this result.
I appreciate that. Who tampered with that recording? Who tried to convict me of murder and throw me in jail?
I'm not sure. But as you said yourself,
open your eyes.
Things are changing. Now more than ever.
So it's kind of an interesting arc.
So far, I think this is my favorite arc.
Yeah?
I do.
This is one of my favorite arcs in the whole show.
I really enjoyed Duchess Satine and Obi-Wan. Their whole relationship sort of deal, or lack thereof.
If it makes you feel any better, this is not the last time that we see Mandalore.
Okay, good. I was gonna say because
I mean, this show basically was the first original content to really focus on Mandalore. We didn't really get anything in the Star Wars universe
and I love seeing the freaking Mandalorians. You know,
yeah.
Well, the older Mandalorians, like the ones
both
that are
Death Watch and either. I like both.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Death Watch better. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they're cool, but it did feel like they were ramping up Death Watch. You know.
Yeah.
I thought for sure there was gonna be some sort of final showdown, but there wasn't. So I am interested to see how they're gonna bring them back into play and whatnot. You know.
Yeah.
And what exactly? Since you said that Sidious, possibly wants Death Watch, or not Death Watch, but Mandalore for a specific reason or some other reason, it makes me a little curious.
I actually don't know. I'm not going to say anything now, but I actually don't know if they go into it later in the show or not. But I know there's.
I'm curious. I'm curious now, and I feel like might have something to do with the I don't know, the black lightsaber or something like that.
Oh, that's right. You just saw the dark saber in this thing.
I'm interested in knowing more about that. Like, why is it black and stuff, and why does he exactly, Well,
he said something about them stealing it from the Jedi Temple.
But it's like what exactly happened there,
Yeah.
I want to know more about that. But yeah, I mean...
I think the coolest thing about this arc is the Satine relationship, and I think they do such a good job with that, where it's they have history, but I like that they're not, romantic, because I feel like that would obviously violate, the point of the prequels.
Yes.
But I like that they have this kind of, chemistry and connection. It's cool. And I think they do a really good job with that.
I do like seeing that sort of, that connection that they got, but knowing that each other, they both have their responsibilities, and then, not going to the point of making it a romance sort of thing,
of course.
But it's...
And it highlights how Anakin, because I feel like if you just watch Revenge of the Sith, you're like, okay, you guys are being a little hardcore, you can't be married, but it highlights in a way, it's okay, it highlights rights and wrongs, it makes it less oh, so none of the Jedi ever fell in love ever, because they're not, I mean, I like how it makes it more human, where it's no, of course they do, but it's just that you can't,
It gives me that respect for the Jedi that, I mean, I always had that respect for the Jedi, but when you actually see it in work and how Obi-Wan could have definitely gotten together with, Duchess Satine, and heck, like, they could have lived happily ever after sort of deal. But the fact that he has this sort of obligation and this a sense of duty, I guess, and wanting to be this Jedi, this peacekeeper, it gives me, this respect for Jedi that...
But even a subtle note, too, of even in that he wasn't going to be a Jedi, he would have left the Order for her. Yeah. Which is, like, it's like Anakin didn't see that balance. We're going to go, you should make a shirt that says balance. Like, he didn't see that balance, right? Like, Anakin wanted his cake and wanted to eat it, too. Like, Obi-Wan's like, I would have left the Order, and I feel like because Satine truly loved him, she didn't ask him to because she realized how good he was as a Jedi, how much he loved being a Jedi, whatever, I don't know how we want to phrase it.
Yeah, I feel like there was another path for him that was a greater sort of, that would, in the long run, achieve greater
things, yeah.
So it's cool, and I like seeing that both of them are strong-willed, I guess, in their sort of ideals. I like seeing that, but they're still able to, they still like each other. It's not like, I am now, because I believe in this peace-loving thing, it's like, Obi-Wan, get out of here, you're this corrupt Jedi or something like that. And it's not like, Obi-Wan is always criticizing her and stuff and hating on her. They got their ideals.
Able to see each other as, like, people.
Yeah, they can reason with each other and stuff.
That's true. That's a good
cool.
point.
It's cool.
Yeah, we will definitely see more of everything of this. More Satine, more Obi-Wan, more Mandalore.
That makes me happy. Because I thought there was like, okay, and we're done. I was like, no, what?
Shit is going to go down.
Oh, really? Okay. Totally.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, as usual, if you want to watch the full-length reaction, it supports us. It's up on Patreon. I know this Star Wars content is actually kind of ramping up to the more hype episodes of Clone Wars, so keep showing it some love. We're going to keep watching it. And if you guys want to watch next week's arc, you can go check that out on Patreon as well to support us. And yeah, we will see you all in the next video.